name is Oluwatoyin Adeyinka. I'm a Nigerian. I have been a nurse for the last 25 years ago. I started as a caregiver, from there as an LPN and as an RN. And right now I'm about completing my first degree in nursing. And my goal is to finally be an MP in the next 1.5-2 years. I started my business originally 2006 in the basement of my home. My idea then was to be able to cater for myself and have an opportunity to cater for my children and be a mother and also a wife at the time. So it was so challenging and difficult for me to have a job to do because of my special needs son, who is 23 years old today. The reason were because of the fact that I could not do any schedule that it's already been set for other people to do. It was not just working for me. At the time, my husband was alive. I'm a widow, and it was just not working. Being a bank manager and a mother of 4, it's difficult for me to coordinate things together and to be able to get to work at the time. So I'm always in the favor of having to have a special schedule for me, because I have to be the one to get my son off the bus, and you never know what time the bus would arrive. So as a result, it's just working. So I was stuck with night shift. I did night shift for many years in mega skilled nursing facilities around DC metropolitan area. And from there, I decided I'm going to form a company of my own, and I did. At the time, I didn't know what to do. I was just talking about it, and the person that was guiding me told me you could have a business name as simple as having your name as your business name. So that was how come I am Saint Theresa. My name is Theresa because I was born Catholic. I was baptized to be Theresa. So I decided I'm going to add Saint to it, and it was just the perfect name since then, and it's been working for me. What I do as a nurse, I can bring into any home high skilled nursing skills into individuals' home if they need it. High-tech nursing as far as IV infusion, medications, administrations, wound management, diet modification, medication teaching, counseling most of the time for individuals as well, because I found out that many of these diseases that are out here are as a result of lack of knowledge, that people continue to get drowned and get worse in their disease processes. So I started doing a lot of teaching and bringing joy and delivering the best care I can with compassion in my heart. I believe this is a calling for me. I love teaching. I love what I do, and I can never get bored or tired of being a nurse. And I've been so blessed and so grateful to have served many in the DC metropolitan area again. And I've been able to also supervise and being in management, and also I'm able to supervise and also to wear different hats and different roles in nursing setting, especially skilled nursing. That's my background. My greatest strength is med-surg, and that's what I love most. I believe with conjunction to what the doctors are teaching and telling us to do with the patient, we are the one that hooks it up to make it work for the patient, and back and forth. But we've had a lot of successes. So far, so good. It's been mixed feelings. The reason why it would be mixed feelings for me would be my husband is not here today to see me today doing this. We started this together with his help many, many years ago, as far back as 2006. So that's an emotional thing for me that we are both not here being interviewed. The business has taken me to a place I can never have dreamt of. I never could see myself at the beginning. I don't even know where I was heading when I started. I know there's prospect in it, but I don't know where it's taking me to. But I've been so blessed. I'm so grateful to God for all He has done for me and for what He has done in the business as a whole. And here we are. We are running a business that we have about 25 to 40, about sometimes it runs to about 50 to 60 individuals that we do send out to work. And that has been our goal, to continue to be able to put food into people's table, to be able to mentor people, to be able to help them. So I'm just into many things. And again, it's a joy. I thank God for all that I have. Without God, there wouldn't be Saint Theresa. So we continue to have a partnership with Him, and all that you put in hands of God will always flourish and it will always grow. So I am a messenger. I'm walking in divinity with God. My wow movement will be 3.5 years ago. I started small in my basement. From there, I moved to 8555 Annapolis Road. I can remember vividly my first office space. It was very scary to move out of my home, where I was not paying rent, where everything was free to me, to where I have to pay $550 to have a small space in the building then, which is 8855 Annapolis Road. And I remember then Davida, which is dialysis company, was sharing the building with us. And for whatever reason, they were also expanding their businesses, and they could not, the building was not serving them right any longer. So they decided to vacate the building. And my wild movement was many of those furnitures that Davida didn't find worthy then was so useful for me, and they left many pieces behind. That was what started my business. And when Davida moved out from 1.5 room, I moved to 4.5 room, and my rent jumped up. And from there, I realized that anything that it's backed with God's blessings will never go down. So I was able to pay about 2.5 times of what the original rent was, and I was able to sustain it. So those are good old days, and the building taught me a lot. I think the building was one of the best, most beautiful buildings I've ever been in, and the way the management did it inspired me to say, if I ever own a building of my own, I'm gonna keep it to the best of my knowledge and keep it running and making sure all is well with the building. So again, my dream became bigger. I thought about not renting and having to have a space of my own, and I was blessed with the conjoined condominium suite then in 2003.5 years back, would be 2016-17 was when we moved in 2018. 17-18 was when I moved into the building here. It was an opportunity for me. It's a very big building. And my goal when I stepped into the building was, I'm going to own this building, and whatever it would take, God will allow me to be the owner of the entire building. And it was just a wish. I didn't know it was going to come true so quickly and so soon. So then there were tenants underneath the building. I owned the whole space upstairs, and there were other tenants at the bottom of the building. And soon they moved away. And when they moved away, my desire again became true. And I own the building now. I don't own the whole building as of yet, but I own A, C, and D. So I own 3 of them, but I also have another one in the same role of building here. I have another building. So that makes it to seem as if I own the whole building, because I have 4 of those condominium suites. And so far so good. God has been faithful. We've never gone borrowing. I started without borrowing any money to start my business. I started with just hard work. I remembered vividly how I used to be the aide, the maid, the accountant, the nurse. Any hat you want me to wear, trust me, I'm wearing it, and I'm wearing it good. That was what. So this has been a while for me, that the building is now mine, and we are not owing any debt on it. It's debt free. We own the building 100%. So I'm very grateful to God. As the business grows, I have people encouraging me and telling me how good I could be if I decide to teach. So there are many other things I do. I'm into teaching as well. I do teach nursing. I teach the medication administration. I'm an instructor. I'm a CPR instructor. I also have a driving school, because the whole building belongs to us. And I'm like, what else can we do after our office hours? So we have a tag and title company now. We have a driving school, which is also under St. Teresa's. We also have an assisted living, a 7-bed unit, level 3 assisted living, that is also been open in the recent time. What else can I say? It's just been a blessing, trusting God. Keeping close to God and believing in Him has all that's taken me this far. Right now, where we are, my goal is to have chains of company under St. Teresa's, and I've been able to do that. People thought it was not doable, but I've been able to prove everyone wrong so far. I've been able to do that. So right now, in the next few months, we are also going to open St. Theresa Durable Medical Equipment under the same building that we own. And this has been a blessing that we cannot even contain. Thousands of tongues would not be able to thank God enough for the opportunity He has given me, because not only has He blessed us as St. Teresa's, He has given us the opportunity to have a home office where everything is being done. We do PDN again, we do durable medical equipment, we do RSA in the state of Maryland, we have an assisted living in the state of Maryland, we have tag and title in the state of Maryland, we have driving school in the state of Maryland. So what can I tell you? God has been faithful. Generally, as a mother of 4, as a widow, I'm here to encourage every single one of us that whatever your desires are in life, it might take you time. It took me time, but I achieved them. I'm a go-getter. I never take no for an answer. No is just not in my book. If this person cannot get it done, trust me, I believe there's somebody else that could have it done for me. So working with people, I've met people that have inspired me. My story is the same. I met Maggie Du, who owns Arts and Craft in the district. And I will never forget what she told me, because having to know a great woman. She has a day program in the district, and I was lucky to have been sent to her by an agency. The only agency I've ever worked for was Nurse Finders, and they have sent me there to cover for art and drama for like a week too. And I was inspired and very encouraged by this African American woman that owns the program. And going into our room, then our office room, it's like walking into a hall of fame. She has every single possible important person in the United States shaking hands with her and giving her a lot of awards. So I went and sat with her one day, and I told her that my goal is to be a businesswoman. And she listened to me. She asked me, she said, "What do you want to do?" And I told her what my goals are in life. And then she looked at me. She said, "You are like a brand new Cadillac parked at the curbside with full fuel in it, running smooth, but it's not moving." And I asked her, I said, "What do you mean by that?" She said, "Well, this Cadillac will always win the race if only it will move and move on time." He said, "What you need to put in the back of your mind is to not allow the fuel to run out of this vehicle, because then it will not run." And I'm like, wow. I'm like, well, how do I then put that into perspective into what I'm asking for? She said, "What I'm trying to tell you is that you have ideas. You're full of ideas, but what you don't realize is that you may not be the one to help yourself to putting the ideas together. That means you need help. That means you need other people to help you to put your ideas into sequence, for it to work." And that was all she told me, that I'll always win the race provided I have the right people surrounding me and helping me with my goal, that I can get to my destination. But without the goal and having people put together, it's hard to get to your destination. So what I'm trying to tell everybody today is that all goals can be realized provided you surround yourself with good people. Don't go with people who would always discourage any ideas that you have. All ideas are good. They are good until you put it together and make it work. The ideas that people feel it's not right might be the best idea in the universe. So never give up, never give in to people that would discourage you. When I started, they thought I was crazy. But among the business owners in state of Maryland, I've won award. I was among the 5 best business entrepreneur in 5 states. That was about 3-4 years ago that I was chosen by minority business owners, and they also acknowledged me, and that helped me. And also last 3 years ago, the county executive, Shotunde Baker, also gave me an award for the work I do in PG County. So far, I've won one of the 5 most successful business women in state of Maryland. I won that 4 years ago. And also I have an award from the PG, the last PG executive, Shotunde Baker, also gave me an award for the work done in PG County. So through it all, I just want to say thank you, Jesus. Thank you to my husband with all his support. He's no longer here. To my children, the 4 of them, I'm being grateful. And being a mother of a special need child, that was what pushed me to where I am. And is still here, is still my angel, because I believe taking care of him and taking care of him very well with all my heart and putting all my work into this young man has been the reason why God has decided to bless me. And again, the sky is the limit. Never say no. Among the stars, if you cannot be the moon, be among the stars. And I am one of the stars shining, and I'm just beginning. I believe that the glory of God will shine in my life, in our life forever. And I thank you for allowing me to be part of this interview today.